is we call it Fifi after one of my cats, and it's designed to control our Nano-inkjet printer that we've been working on rebuilding all the software for over the last 3 years. Originally, a student had written something in Python, and it worked, and he was the only one who knew how to work it, and he graduated, and nobody could use it, and it was all one big spaghetti code that was unusable. So what we've been doing is this piece of equipment. It has a set of Newport stages. The controls over right here. It has a waveform generator, and then it has a voltage amplifier and a camera, and it pretty much uses these to, and also a multimeter, and it uses these to print features with sub-micron, slightly, anywhere between, say, 40 nanometers to tens of microns in size. And this is a sophisticated piece of software that requires us to control a lot of different pieces of equipment all together. And it's not something I'd ever want to do in LabVIEW. Okay, so most of this equipment, we're actually in the middle of reconnect everything, so I'm not going to connect everything, but here's the UI. We have the ability to go into our preferences. We set our port addresses, the things we're connecting to. Notice they're all going through over Ethernet, which makes things really nice and fast for us. Okay. If we wanted to connect a piece of equipment, we would connect to each one of these individually. It's actually disconnected from this computer because this is a demo computer on my laptop, not on the. Anyway, well, we can control our stages manually, control our voltage manually. We're going to add the ability to look at our camera next. But what's really nice for us from a user standpoint is we have these things called operations that we're going to do. So let's say the first we're going to do is home our stages. Okay, so we want to get them to go home. We have the ability to look like this, get rid of operations. But so we want to be able to go home our stages, and then we want to calibrate our step height, and maybe we're going to create a wait for a little bit while we wait for things to calibrate. Set our waveform settings, so we'll set our frequency that we want to do this Nano-inkjet printing at, set the amplitude of 1,000 kilovolts, or whatever we're trying to do. We can set the phase shift, we can set an offset if we want, and then come down here, do a move command to go to a specific location. In fact, we'll probably do the move earlier, so we can move things around with these up and down arrows pretty nicely. So waveform should go low. We're still working on drag and drop, but we'll get there. So we'll move to a specific location. So maybe we'll go to a specific location on our stage. So 10, 100 by 25, and whatever the Z height would be. And then we would come in here and we could hit play. It would run the sequence. You know what, Freddie? Let's print a line. We would now print a line with these conditions, okay? And there we go. Now we're running. And what's nice about this is we have a lot of flexibility with what somebody does with the printer, the operations they do. Okay. We also have the ability to save this work. Okay. It's currently just saved as a basic JSON, so we'll call it demo. Okay. I can go and delete all these operations, and I could also come here and open that demo file, and then we've saved our state. So we're still adding more things to this. This is still a work in progress, but we're finally at the point now where we can start printing things as soon as I hook it back up to the to all the equipment. And some of the nice things about using this over some of the lab views: A, it was a lot easier to code. B, I was able to bring in CS students to help me, and it looks like a Mac app, it acts like a Mac app. So for example, if I come in here and for some reason we went to dark mode, it acts, behaves, and looks just like a regular application. So this is Fifi, our Nano-inkjet printer controller software. It combines 4 different pieces of equipment. We're going to add actually a fifth or sixth. We're at the camera, this will be a 5th one, and then a laser level, a 6th one, hopefully this summer. And so we're pretty excited about this. Okay, how do I end this recording?